So in this lecture, we'll continue with the Android manifest file. The Insecure Bank app has the Allow Backup attribute set to true in the manifest file. So what this does is allows an attacker to make a backup of the application data via ADB, even if the device is not rooted. All right, so let's get started. So I'm sure you remember that we detected that the app has an Allow Backup attribute set to true in the manifest file. Now I can use the ADB backup command to create a backup of the application. Well, first we got to check the devices. All right, so let's run the ADB backup command. And you can see actually a warning has appeared on the screen. So we can select backup my data. All right, so let's list the files. And this created a backup.ab file that must be unpacked. So we'll accomplish this by using abejar, and that stands for Android Backup Extractor File. And that'll convert the backup file to a tar file. All right, so now let's download it. Open up a web browser. Search for GitHub abejar. Click on the first website. Scroll down a bit. So we'll look at the syntax. We'll need to write unpack and give the backup file a name for the new tar file. Finally, we can add a password for the compressed file. All right, so let's click on the releases page. Download the latest abejar file. So I'm going to save it to the folder where the file backup is. All right, so now that it's downloaded, run java-jar abe.jar unpack backup file. So we'll give a name for the new file and set a password. All right, so here's a compressed file with the tar extension. And we can uncompress it with the -xvf parameter. And there you go. You can see the extracted files were saved into the apps folder. So why don't we have a little look inside the directories? Looking through the contents of the backup, we can see files such as My Shared Preferences and MyDB, and that contains sensitive information about users. And thanks to the Allow Backup feature, it was pretty easy to get hold of.